What is peer advising? Peer advising provides academic assistance to the students, wherein the peer advisors teach the students when there are difficulties in studies on their lessons, or other than the classroom-based guides for efficient learning, and they provide clear support and develop potential. What do we mean by develop potential? Peer advising develops the potential of the peer advisor, where they improve their social skills and their adaptation. What is peer advisor? A peer advisor is a mapuan student like us, where they are highly qualified volunteer students who pass the qualifying exam for the peer advising. And they have undergone special training and orientation to prepare them for peer advising.
Questions. What are the requirements of peer advisors? Peer advisors are also students like us. So we're going to talk about how to date peer advisors because they're also students like us. Next question is, what are the reasons for the students to go to this kind of service? We're going to talk about and we're going to find out what are the reasons why students like us go to this kind of service. What are the benefits they can achieve to this service? How can this service affect the academic performance of the students? Because for students going to this kind of service, how this can affect their academic performance? So, in a positive way or negative way. How can the peer advisors handle these students? Because peer advisors are also students like us. So, how could they handle each student, their fellow students, to teach the lessons that the students have difficulties? The last is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of going to peer advisors?
Thesis statement. Peer advising is a great tool for the academic performance of the students of English 818 of Quarter 3, 2012-2013. So, we chose this topic to encourage Mapuans to acknowledge the Center for Peer Advising, because I know that all Mapuans having a hard time in their lessons in other courses.
And I live on. Excellent identification. CSA or Center for Advising for Students. Center for Student Advising is also maintains excellent education so that peer advisors also teach excellence way of techniques to the students that adapt difficulties in their subjects. Highly qualified instructors. Peer advising have a qualified instructor because these peer advisors are volunteer or recommended by dean to take exam in peer advising in a particular subject so they can teach that subject. Course field. CSA offers many fields like math, science, and other subjects, and even higher courses. And social skill. This also improves the students' social skill, so students can have so the students could have a confident social skills to approach other students and also higher students about their subjects.
Findings. Based on our survey, less than half of the students of M11 P28 receive a general average of 3.5 below average. If you remember, we conduct a survey in this classroom, and these are the results that show on our survey. And to be approximate, it is 37% in this class already received is 3.5 below average, where they are already said to be required to go to the peer advising or the Center for Student Advising. Students understand more on their lesson. Peer advisors are also students, wherein they also teach the students in their lesson, and they apply different techniques so that the student will understand more on their lesson, and not like the professors that are required to speak English or discuss the lessons on English. The peer advisors can explain the lessons on Tagalog or English, whichever language that the peer advisees is comfortable on. Higher subjects are offered to the students and also English subjects. In peer advising, there are higher subjects that they also offer, which is math, physics, chem, and also English. This is recently offered, where they offer the English students like us to improve our English, like writing our thesis paper, term paper. Mostly foreign students attend to peer advising for conversational English and Filipino. On the interview we had on Ronald Chanchua, who is a peer advisor, he said that mostly foreign students go to them for peer advising on English and Filipino. Peer advising helps students in their academic difficulties and maintain the excellence of their education.
Summary and recommendations. Peer advising is a great benefit. First, academic purposes. Because peer advisor help us to improve our academic grades. Like if we get 3.5 below in the second term, and now if we go to the peer advisor, they help us to get 3.0 higher grades. And then second is social skills. Because peer advisor help us to like conversational. They set us free, like free to have questions, free to ask what is that, what is this, how to do this and how to do that. Students gain knowledge and new techniques to the lessons. Peer advisor is helping us to, in a different way, like in math, there's so many formulas for us to remember, and then peer advisor is helping us to lessen the formulas to that. The researchers would like to recommend to the future researchers who would like to replicate the study to improve the positive effects of peer advising and the English courses. We'd like to recommend that if the other researchers, we improve our research, because we are new on this, and then I think this is a new topic. Print. Our
Those are your sources, okay? Yeah.
Go and work.
Yeah, don't read it anymore. Any questions or clarification? Okay, please go back to your page on this statement. Okay, that's their thesis statement. If you have some questions about what you have heard or listened to, please ask them now. That's Mahua Institute of 30 seconds to count. Then after 30 seconds, the projector will turn. That's automatic. Okay. Yeah. Any questions or clarifications? Yes, you said earlier that it has, you have discovered that more than or less than the number of students here in this class are recommended for peer advising. Okay? So, what made you, what are the data that will tell us that this peer advising would be of great help to these people whom you have identified that there are less than 50% of this class are subject for the CSA?
Sir, I think in our survey,
Yeah.
because first of all, we have two surveys.
Okay.
The second survey says if the students go there and then if they don't understand what they teach, they push hard to the students understand what they are teaching.
So among this less than 50% of this class, whom you got the idea that they need to go for CSA, what are the proofs that will draw us or that will bring us to the conclusion that there is really a good effect on peer advising to those people who you identify to be people who needs to have CSA, I would say CSA assistance? Mr. Norio.
Based on our description, peer advising provides free service on tutoring, and if you remember, once in this class, there's a peer advisor who came in and helped us on our thesis paper.
Okay, but what about, you said that there are less than 50% of the class are recommended for CSA. Did you get an idea that these less than 50% who you said are people who went for CSA services? Okay, we go to your survey question. Okay, tell us.
Sir, if they could remember, when they received a 3.5 below average, which is a failing, when you tap your ID would be black, and they would recommend you to go to the Center for Student Advising, and they would ask you if you would like to attend their free tutoring for us to lessen our academic difficulties.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Any questions from the class? From the classmates, please. Any questions, please? No? Yeah? You have questions? Okay. Okay, thank you.